French Riviera in Canne in France. We don't really have many plans, just going for a walk in to explore. We turned it in today from our ship over here. Come with me. There she is.
Hello world, wake me up to another good morning, time to go. Oh, we are all looking for adventure. 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 We are all looking for adventure.
We left Livorno and travelled through the night to the French Riviera, to the beautiful city of Canne, to be met with a magnificent sunrise. Now there's no port in Canne, so we had to tender ashore. It was fantastic to actually see the Norwegian breakaway from the water. Definitely a magnificent ship. The tender ride in was fairly quick and we tied up at one of the marinas. So we haven't been to Canne before, so we decided just to explore ourselves rather than take a shore tour. We took a few photos and videos from the marina and then set off to explore. It's definitely a beautiful city. Magic buildings in all sorts of different classic designs. It was definitely busy on the day that we were there, but that didn't stop us enjoying the view. Now there are two marinas, absolutely chock-a-block full of boats. Anything from small sailing boats to fishing trawlers to luxury yachts of the rich and famous. We definitely didn't have enough money for any of those. Fantastic views though, despite there being lots of construction on the foreshore. We went to investigate the luxury yachts, just in case there were any movie stars ashore, but as it wasn't film festival time, there was none to be seen. Despite that, we enjoyed looking and enjoyed the views. We continued about halfway down the foreshore and then took a bit of a breather and took in the sights. Lots of cafes on the beach. There were lots of magnificent hotels along the waterfront, many of which had had movies shot in them before. We really enjoyed looking at the architecture and the classic French style of the buildings. Definitely not something we see in Hervey Bay. There was a mall full of designer shops and cafes, a great place to wander through and experience the French Riviera. We wanted to look a little bit further afield, so we decided to do a real touristy thing and take the tourist train. Now this was about a 45-minute trip right to the far end of the foreshore and back in amongst the buildings. We passed the conference centre where they hold the film festival and explored all the way down to the other marina. The train had a really entertaining documentary as it took us through the streets and showed us the sights, including a fort at the top of the hill which offered fantastic views right across the bay. We were a bit peckish by this stage, so we went to a French patisserie and had a beautiful French baguette and a beautiful quiche, along with the coffee. We then went and explored some of the back alleys behind the designer shop district. Lots of interesting places there. We couldn't leave Canne without visiting the handprints of the many famous movie stars who visited the film festival. Unfortunately, for some reason, Sharon couldn't find the Ninja Turtles. If you're enjoying our channel, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and also get notified so you find out where we're off to next. We took a little bit of time taking some photos of the movie stars that we knew, and then it was time to head back to the ship. Once again, we boarded the tender and headed back out to the Norwegian breakaway. We'd had a brilliant time on the French Riviera. It was sad to say goodbye to such a beautiful place. Now we were pretty lucky that it was calm and it was pretty easy for the tenders to get backwards and forwards to the ship. Once we got back aboard, it was time for a cocktail made by one of the many friendly staff here on the Norwegian breakaway. I think we were having a Mai Tai and a Negroni. Whatever it was pretty delicious. Thanks for joining us, and don't forget, you can escape the everyday too. We'll see you next time in Spain.